So,
So,
welcome to the Rap Drugs Pod.
Rap Dogs
We're,
Pod,
Rap
rapping
Drugs
drugs,
Pod,
and then you take drugs and you're rapping.
rapping about research and psychedelics.
Yeah, let's just jump into it. Like, what's his name says? Philip DeFranco.
Yeah, we got.
Let's just jump
Who's that?
into it.
Oh yeah,
There's a vat of DMT
Philip.
right here. Let's just jump into
And
it.
let's go.
And let's go.
All right, everybody. So you probably know Jason's been out. That's why we had our pre-recorded episodes going, and because I'm a dumbass, we can't do live this Sunday, but we'll still release this episode. And with Jason gone, we got our guest host here, Mr. Carter, the man himself, buddy who introduced
am the
me
man.
to the world of LSD.
Yeah. I'll never forget the day you were
Yeah.
on the couch going,
Yeah,
I feel so small, man.
I'm like,
I'm like, that's because you're curled up in a ball.
yeah.
Fucking Tim
Yeah,
and Eric
that was
Awesome
me.
Show had us on the floor just rolling, laughing. That was a good day.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I remember you kept telling me not to look in the mirror, and I kept doing it anyways.
You kept walking by my mirror going, whoa. I like specifically told you not to do that.
Yeah.
Once you see the meat vessel that you are mechanizing, controlling on psychedelics, you're just like, it all breaks right there. Everything breaks down.
Doesn't make sense anymore.
Like, that's the number one thing that happens when you have a bunch of friends on psychedelics. One guy will go to the bathroom and he'll be in there for like an hour. And you're like, what? What is he doing in there? And you know he's sitting there going,
Yeah.
in the mirror, just looking at himself. Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So what happened
Pretty
in the world
intense,
today?
man. I've never gotten trapped in the mirror, I don't think.
So
I don't
what's
know.
happening
I
in the
haven't
world
been
right
paying
now?
attention.
Australia's getting their doors kicked in.
I-
That's all I know.
Are they?
Yeah.
What's going on in Australia? Tell us about it.
People that post anything about like COVID rebellion, like if you don't if you don't believe in wearing a mask or you want to protest against COVID on your Facebook, they come to your house with a battering ram and fucking bash your door in. And arrest people and fine them like $20,000. It's crazy. It's like all over the country. There's this happening to these people. And
Damn.
it's funny because I remember Jim Jeffries. If
Like,
anyone's out
like
there,
they're tracking them down through the internet?
yeah, oh yeah, by the posts on Facebook, like the Karen's Facebook posts when she posts, we gotta stand up against the government and the vaccines and and they're gonna come and give it, and then they come to your house, proving the fucking crazy woman right. So, but I remember Jim Jeffries doing a little stand-up thing called Freedom, talking about America and their guns and how fucking stupid it is. And then this is happening in your home country, my guy.
Yeah.
Now, can you retract what you said? Because this is the reason why Americans have guns. So nobody can come and kick your door in. Because if they tried, it'd be fucking civil war. Yeah.
Damn. Damn. Sounds like some crazy shit, Carter.
It is crazy shit.
Coming in strong.
Yeah. We gotta start like the peak of the Rap God song when he's like, that's where we come in, right? Just like firing fucking guns.
Yeah. Just bullets of knowledge into your face.
Just like a textbook scholar just jumps through your window in a rappel rope and he's like, read this. He's just forcing your head into the fucking textbook. We just got
fucking knowledge.
We just got assassinated by a professor.
Science just kicked your ass.
Just
Oh yeah.
comes in with 2 vials. One's got aluminum, the other one's got magnesium, and he just runs in the room, just, bah! And they just explode into science.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
fuck.
Right on. So you got any more you got any psychedelic stories you want to share? What about like your first time on LSD? I don't know if I've ever heard that.
My
If you want to
first
tell that
time,
one.
my first time
Oh
on
yeah.
LSD went like this. I was at
But
work.
like
I was doing drywall
I
with
was
my
at
buddy.
work. Okay.
I was doing
Yeah.
drywall with my uncle and this other guy, Corey. And we went for lunch. We went to
Yeah.
Wendy's, and we got back after we ate our lunch. And he's sitting in the car, and he just like opens the glove box, pulls out a baggie, and he's like looking in the bag, and there's 3 little squares in it. I'm like, what? Like I've never seen acid before. I'm like, dude, he's literally got LSD. This is a rare event. And he just pulls it out, rips it in half, and then just eats it. Like just touches the whole squares and just
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro, we gotta go in there and hang up drywall. Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. Do you want one? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. He throws me a half
Yeah.
and I eat it up, and I'm like, all right, let's go do drywall. So we're in there and we're doing drywall. We're putting the sheets up on the ceiling, and the second you put the sheet up, it would cover the pot light, so the whole room would go dark. And then I had to take the router and cut the hole for the light to come through the drywall, but the light was still on
Yeah.
behind the drywall. So as soon as I cut it, the piece would fall out and the light would just go whoosh, and just engulf the room, and there was so much dust, and I could see like rainbow fucking spirals in the dust just twirling and moving, and I'm like, holy fuck, we're doing drywall, and we're laughing, and my uncle's
Holy
looking at
fuck,
us
we're
like,
doing
what the fuck is going on with these two? Anyway, so it was a good day. I hadn't even peaked yet. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is awesome. And I get home, and as soon as I'm by myself, I sit down at my computer and I start throwing on trippy videos and shit. Actually, no. Before I turned my computer on, I turned my computer on, and I didn't even type in the password to get into my computer. And I'm laying on my bed, just looking at the ceiling, and it's sitting on the sign in page. And you know when you have like a video playing when you shut your computer off, it'll play that song
Yeah.
before you even sign into your computer. And I swear I'm laying on my bed, and the song Rattlesnake by fucking King Gizzard and the Lizard
Oh
Wizard
yeah.
just starts blaring
Rattlesnake.
out of my
Rattlesnake.
fucking speakers. And I'm laying there, and it's just like, rattlesnake, rattlesnake. And I'm like, oh my God, this is
Oh
legit
yeah.
right now. Like, what is
Yeah.
happening? I get up, and I look, I'm like, I'm not even signed into the computer. It knows better. It knows what I wanted. So I sign in. I'm fucking around, going and looking on this, and I'm watching this weird Rick and Morty fucking psychedelic video, and everything's fucking amazing and trippy, and the music's all like, and I'm like, ah. And then it goes to claymation. It's their Rick and Morty faces, and they melt and twist into each other, and this dark voice goes, and I just went,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was gone. I left my room like there was a demon in it, and I called my ex-girlfriend, and I'm walking around my living room like, Jesus Christ, some shit just going down in my brain right now. Like I'm freaking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It was a good time though. It's just like, yeah, you
Sounds
had
like
that
a good
moment
time.
of like, whoa. And then ever since then, it's probably my favorite psychedelic because you can just,
Yeah.
doesn't taste like
You could just
mushrooms. Because mushrooms
yeah.
taste like
Oh,
athlete
I
food,
know.
and they don't last that long,
Man,
man.
I can't eat them.
I
Man,
hate
LSD lasts a little too long.
it. That's
I'm
the key.
like,
There's no medium.
that's the key. We need something in between, right?
We need an in between mushies and
Yeah.
acid.
Someone make this. Someone find it. It's out there. I know it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of other
I
psychedelics, but none of them last
I'm
6 hours.
Yeah. I'm curious. Did you do good on the drywall? Did you kill it?
I
Did
don't
the day
remember.
still go well, or did you fuck
I
the
I
drywall up? You don't remember?
oh I
No
don't
idea.
I have no idea, dude. I just would put a sheet up and be like, we did
I know.
it.
We did. It's done. Next.
Just drill, screw, whatever the fuck. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Right
there
on.
there are some psychedelics that do last longer than 16 hours. And they can look like LSD. And these are the big ones. This is like when you hear about people
Yeah.
who have
Do
bad
you know what any of
reactions.
them are called? Do you
I
think you could
do.
name them?
I
You want to
could.
name some and
I'm
talk about
going
what
to name.
happens?
I'm going to get
Yeah.
to that.
Okay. No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah. So there's this one
Just.
called DOB,
Okay.
and you can put it on a sheet of acid, like a little tab square. It takes
Nice.
4 hours to kick in. So you'll take it. This is what like they'll sell it as acid, and acid takes 45 minutes to kick. So you'll take this shit, and fucking 3 hours go by, and you're like, this is fucking bunk acid, man. Where the fuck? And then most people get the stupid idea to eat the rest. And you
Yeah.
hear these stories of people like, oh, my cousin, man, he took too much acid. He took some acid one time, and he was never the same again. It's probably these research chemicals, man, that are sold as acid that aren't acid, but it'll
Yeah.
last for fucking 4 days. Can you
Yeah.
imagine a
Oh
drug
yeah.
that takes 4 hours to kick in and then lasts for 4 days? You're gonna go
That's
crazy.
fucking
You're gonna
intense.
think you're one of the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
acid casualties that has gone schizo. You're like, we're on day 3 and we're still fucking tripping. I'm peaking still on day 3. I need a mental institution right now. So then, those
Yeah.
people go fucking crazy. And it can fit on an acid tab. Like, so these are the things why you need to buy a test kit. There's 25I NBMOE, which is a drug that is like acid. It lasts just as long as acid. It feels very similar to acid, but on your
Okay.
body, it's very dangerous. So, like, some people, they like to take like 10 hits and get really fucked up. If you take 10 hits of NBMOE, it's called being N-bombed. You can have a fucking heart attack because
Yeah.
it hits your system
Yeah.
completely different. Whereas LSD, we don't know how many hits it takes to kill a person. Like, they don't know. They gave like 400,000 hits to a fucking elephant one day, and the elephant was just like, ah, for like days on end, but it didn't die.
Yeah. I remember there was like I think that guy did that experiment though because someone else claimed they did kill an elephant with LSD. And he was like, that's not true. He
Yeah,
was like, look at how much
they
LSD
said
I can
that the
give this
elephant had a
elephant.
heart attack, but no, like, there is no understanding. The LD50 is a question mark with LSD. Like, they think
Yeah.
like you jump in a swimming pool of the shit and just glub 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 glub, and you would live. You'd never be the same again. I'll tell you that. You'd be on the
Yeah.
side of the street with spray paint in your hair, going, "You guys got a light?" for the rest of your life, but you wouldn't
But you,
die.
you'd make it through breathing.
Yeah, you'd be like,
Maybe.
you'd be catatonic schizophrenic for
Yeah.
100%. You'd be standing in your kitchen on one tile going for like a month.
Sounds like fun.
No, when you don't even
No,
know the fuck.
no.
Dude, can you imagine Charles Tex Watson, the guy who stabbed Sharon Tate 156 fucking times? He was on
Yeah.
so much LSD when he did that. They were like the other 3 remember him going into the bathroom, looking in the mirror, and go, "I can't remember my name." Like, how do you not know what
Damn.
your name is? And you're gonna kill somebody? Like, I don't know. Those
Yeah.
those guys gave this
Yeah.
whole scene a bad name. 'Cause that's why
Who are
there's
those people? I didn't recognize those names.
the fucking Charles Tex Watson. I can't remember their names by like their original names. There was like, fuck. There's two other girls and a guy, and they were like Charles Manson's fucking goons, and
Oh,
he
okay.
fed them all this
Those people.
information about Helter
Yeah.
Skelter, and only made them listen to the Beatles in reverse, and they took copious amounts of psychedelic drugs. And Charles Manson was like, "Be like Charlie. I'm like Jesus. I am Jesus. Be like Charlie." And I say that Helter Skelter is going to happen because it's a race war between the blacks and the whites. And because the black people are strong, they're going to kill all the white people during the race war. And then when the black people run the world into ruin, they're going to need white people to run the world properly. So we're going to come out of the desert and we're going to save the world. Be the kings of it all. They're going to be like, oh, the holy white man has arrived from Death Valley to save us all. That was Charles Manson's philosophy. And he got all of that from taking too much acid and listening to the song Helter Skelter, and thought that there were secret messages that Paul McCartney was just trying to tell him about
Yeah.
the, yeah. So
Yeah, he knew
there's
he was coming.
there's
The
dark
chosen one.
there's dark locations you can go to
Oh yeah.
with
With LSD.
trippy papers.
Oh yeah. Trippy papers.
Dude,
Trippy
it
papers.
started out as a mind control substance. The first thing the government did
Oh
when they
yeah.
got a hold of it was like, this can make people see shit that isn't real. Well, we can use it to confuse and befuddle and make them think that
Yeah.
they have a secret mission that they must fulfill with code words. And we'll just call them up on the phone and say, Rosebud. And then next thing you know, 17 people are dead at a gas station. Like, like
Yeah.
that kind of shit can happen. You can
Yeah.
program someone with this drug, but it can be used as a great healing tool. It's so misunderstood that you can't label it anything.
Yeah, man. It's just the best.
It's just
No, I guess it's like omnipotent, you know? Just or wait, that's not the right word. I don't know what I'm trying to think. It's a thing. It's a thing outside of things.
it's like the center of your brain that regulates breathing, and the other part of your brain that regulates heartbeat and like memory and like bathroom control and all these things. They're all communicating with each other at the exact same time. And then you become hyper aware of every little tactile sensation and little thing. All the visuals become super fucking, it's like your brain is making it up because you're allowed access to too many fucking facets of your brain at once. So patterns look like they're moving because your brain's like, that's a pattern. It looks like it's going that way. So it's going the fuck that way. And right now, when we look at it, it's, yeah, you can see some crazy shit on psychedelics. Like there's a time
Yeah.
we went to the weed
Yeah.
march and I took a gram of psilocybin spores, which is like nearly 5 grams of dried mushrooms. And
Okay.
we're sitting there, and a man on a fucking like 20-speed bicycle, he's like some tall African dude, and he's got a belly top, and he's got like super long fingernails that are like painted in like fucking purples and spirals and shit on them. And he's got like fucking tribal face paint on his face. And he gets off this bike and stands over top of my friend and just starts dancing, like his hips moving behind my friend while looking at me. Like he's biking along and then just there looks me right in the eyes and goes,
Yeah.
watch this, and just starts dancing behind my friend. And I'm standing there with this guy like, he's not real. This man ain't even there. We've taken too many drugs. And then
Yeah.
my friend just goes, what? Like, and sees this man dancing behind him. And then the man stops, gets on his bike, and just takes the fuck off. It's like the
Yeah.
universe just, when you're on this shit, it's like that law of attraction, how you put a thought out, shit comes back at you. Well, on this shit, your thoughts are really fucking zany, and the universe is like, you want to see some shit? We got a happy sack
Yeah.
for you. Let's open this and throw some fucking random at you, bud. You think you can handle this? Like, I was sitting there talking about ferrets for like 25 minutes. I'm like, dude, it'd be so cool to have a ferret. Ferrets would be sick. It's a little rat that like runs around your living room and just eats fucking nuts. And you're just like, bro, I got my ferret.
That is sick.
And at the end of my sentence, when I'm like, yeah, ferrets, man, and I'm peaking on mushrooms talking about ferrets to a group of people that are just high beyond belief because they've been just smoking endless bowls at this weed march, a lady comes up
Yeah.
with a ferret on a leash.
No way.
I'm not
Are you
kidding,
sure it
dude.
was real?
It was
How do you
100%
know?
real. Because, dude, she let the ferret into everyone's lap, and they were all petting it. And the
No,
one
this
kid
is
was,
crazy.
no, I'm not fucking lying. I am not lying. I would not
I
make
know. I
this. This
believe
is
you,
my
Carter.
favorite. This is my favorite psychedelic
This is my
story.
favorite story.
Because
Sorry,
that's
I'm
when I
not
realized.
trying to
This
ruin
is
it.
when I realized these drugs open something up in our heads that
Yeah.
literally affects the physical three-dimensional reality beyond just like, oh, your brain made that up, man. It's like, no, the lady came up with a ferret on a fucking leash as I'm
Yeah.
finishing talking about how cool it would be to have a ferret. It's like I felt like a wizard. It's in my lap, and some kid that I don't even know is looking at me, and he's like, can you handle this shit right now? Because he knew I was on mushrooms. And I'm like, uh-uh. Like, I felt like a wizard. Like, I just summoned a ferret. I'm like, just put some word voodoo out there, and then a creature just comes, and it's like, here's the thing you were literally just talking about. It was crazy. It's
Yeah,
like
that is
how
super
it's like
crazy.
how Instagram knows what kind of thing you want because you thought about it 10 minutes ago. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, it'd be
Except
cool to
that's
have.
science. That's
That's
science mimicking nature.
no, dude. They got nanomachines in the air, and we breathe them in, and then those nanomachines build a network inside of us, and then the cell towers ping off the cranium of our skull like a satellite dish, and then it bounces to the cell phone towers, and Google's can read our thoughts, dude, and then they know you need cat food. And next thing you know, you got Friskies ads because you need cat food. You're like, you just had that thought, I should pick up some fucking cat food. And you didn't say it out loud. Why? You don't have to say that to nobody. They just know. They know what you need.
They just know.
It's not your phone. Your phone's not even listening
That's
to
why
you.
we got to take down all the 5G towers, right?
Exactly. That's why I mentioned earlier aluminum and magnesium. I'm so glad you brought that topic up, Todd, because aluminum and magnesium, when you bring them together, creates a thing called thermite. And you can sear through metal in a fraction of a second. And you can cut down a cell phone tower if you put it and apply it with the right wick and flame. But we can't endorse that here on YouTube because that would be silly.
therapdrugspod does not endorse this.
We do not endorse.
We
We do not endorse
don't endorse that on the
terrorism.
Rap Drugs Pod.
We do not endorse it, but it's simple science they teach you in school. If you get magnesium and aluminum, they touch each other. You get sparks to flying. But they don't tell you what it can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, take down the man.
It was used to take down the biggest gun in the world.
Oh, yeah?
This
The
was straight.
anti-aircraft guns?
Yeah, no, it wasn't an anti-aircraft gun. It was a fucking
No?
artillery cannon that the Germans made. This is in Breaking Bad.
Isn't that what that is?
That's where
Oh, wait,
the
no,
guy.
artillery's for fucking, okay, yeah. Sorry.
It's just the large. It's a cannon
Continue.
that is so big it needed 2 train tracks to move it. Like it was massive. It was the size of a building. And one American soldier. Anybody who's seen Breaking Bad knows this story in and out. So I'm just preaching to a choir of people right now.
Yeah.
But one American soldier named Heisenberg
Yeah.
snuck in. I don't know if he was American or German. Actually, I'm not going to say the fact because I don't know the facts on that. But I know is he got on top of that fucking cannon and burned with nanothermite or thermite the fucking firing pin of the largest cannon in the world and made it just completely obsolete in a fraction of a second. But yeah, anyone needs to cut down a cell tower. I would start researching thermite, but I don't recommend you should ever do such a thing. It's a dangerous thing. Like they're probably going to come for me right now.
Please don't do that.
Just by suggesting something like that.
Anyways, moving on.
Back to taking drugs.
Yeah.
I suggest you take
Oh
a
yeah.
buckload of fucking acid before you go
I
cut down that cell tower. Just saying. So they can catch
yeah.
you tripping like, I have no idea where I
Just
am and what's happening. So you have a good
yeah.
alibi. You can just
That's a
say,
good
I was
alibi.
on
I
drugs.
don't.
I don't
I
know.
don't think that's the case.
Dude, I read some
I was
crazy Karen's
high.
Facebook post and I thought it was real. I'm sorry. Okay?
Okay. Haven't you been on Facebook? You should know. You should be joining me and helping. What is wrong with you?
Dude, I've wanted to cut down cell phone towers for the last 15 years, but now
Man,
everyone's
you
like
don't.
5G.
Now it's fucking cool. Like,
Now everyone's like, oh, let's go do it. And it's like,
yeah.
guys, they've been using
When I was
microwave radiation
13,
to fuck our brains for the last 100 years. What are you talking about?
yeah. Which we've covered that they have actually researched that
Yeah,
extensively
they've
on the Rap
they've
Drug
reversed
Pods. Check
engineered
out the
Nikola Tesla.
Russian episode.
Reverse engineered all of Nikola Tesla's work and used it as a weapon against the general public to get them to buy more shit.
Nikola Tesla. To get them to buy more shit. Yeah, man. Buy garbage so they can go to Mars with Elon.
Oh, Mars doesn't exist. Not
Mars
space,
doesn't
because
exist.
we're on a
What are
flat.
you?
We're on a
What are you
pear.
talking?
We're on a pear in a globe,
We're,
in a snow globe, dude.
we're
We live in a real. We
in
don't
the
even know.
snow.
They're telling us they. We don't know. We don't know what we're standing on. We're on a stage
Yeah.
like Mario at the beginning of Super Mario Brothers 3. How it's like ding 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 ding. There's that stage and it opens up. It's all a play.
Yeah.
We're
It's
just
all
Mario.
play. Yeah.
We're just Mario jumping across. We think, oh, this is life. No. Someone's playing the game, bro.
Someone's played a game.
And when you
They keep
take
shaking that cell phone.
psychedelics, you see the guy playing the game through the
Yeah.
fucking screen. It's
You
like the
see
first
right
time.
through it,
It's like Mario just turns and looks at you, and you're like, bro, can he see me?
eh?
He's only made of
Yeah.
4 fucking pixels. What are we doing here?
Oh yeah. That's why everyone should take psychedelics.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't subscribe to that idea. As much as
No,
it's a cool
that
thing, like people say,
yeah.
"Oh, if we could give everyone in the world LSD, world peace would be overnight." Not
No, yeah, it'd probably be the
have a
opposite,
lot of
eh?
psychotic people in the street fucking doing
Yeah,
weird things. Not everyone
yeah.
can handle this stuff.
No, it's true. I mean, you've seen it. I haven't. I've
I've had
assumed it of
events.
people.
I've had events with people that didn't go well,
Yeah, yeah.
and I have
They
learned how
melted into
to
the
read.
floor.
They melted down, but not into the floor.
Yeah.
But like I have over the years, as a person who does psychedelics with other people, and when somebody says they've never taken it before, I have to read that person very carefully. If I smell a hint of narcissism, you're not getting no drugs from me. If you're an egotistical
You're
fucking
getting
human that thinks you understand everything and you got it all figured out, and that's not your drug, because
Yeah,
it's gonna fucking break you. I've
yeah.
seen it. I gave zero point 0.3 of a gram of magic mushrooms to my friend, and we were sitting there. We ordered a pizza. We all got the pizza. We all get our first piece.
Yeah.
I'm like halfway through my piece. My buddy's sitting there. He's something else. He's a little bit of a narcissist, and he's sitting there eating his pizza, and I'm like, Ashley Reed's
Yeah.
vagina, which is this gnarly girl from school back in the day. And he just like threw the pizza.
Wait, you said that? Okay.
I didn't know what that was gonna cause. I thought it would be like, it's like, bro, why
Oh,
would
yeah.
you say gnarly?
You
Like,
ruined his trip.
I did. Oh, I did. But he then propelled
Oh,
himself
man.
into nightmare land from one word. Ashley Reed's vagina. And it just went boom. But he was on 0.3 of a gram. I'm expecting
Yeah.
you're not even tripping. You're feeling like, oh, music sounds cool, and I'm having just strange thoughts, but I'm not like gonzo, like, ugh. And so he threw the pizza across the fucking room, climbs over his girlfriend's lap, opens the pizza box, and immediately begins to fucking hurl into the pizza, onto the fucking pizza we just bought. And I'm sitting there on a gram, and the whole room just turns green. I don't know why green, but it just went green. And I stood up, and I'm like, you're fucking up my buzz, man.
Yeah.
And he was on my couch shaking, going, I'm dying. I don't eat fucking good food, man. I'm malnutritious. Can you get me some peas and carrots, dude? And I went into my fridge and I grabbed a frozen bag of peas and carrots and threw it in his lap. I'm like, here's some peas and carrots. I ain't cooking you shit at this time. It's fucking 3 in the morning and we're high as fuck. And he told me to get him an ambulance and wake up my mom and do all this shit. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
then I
Not
called
cool.
my buddy Brad. I'm like, yo, Brad, we got a live one here.
You got a live one?
I'm gonna need your help. And Brad came over, and the first thing Brad, like, Nick, he's like, this kid is like a fucking infant, just like, I don't know what's happening to me right now. And Brad just comes in the room like angry, running up to him. He's like, Nick, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. And he's just like, I'm like, Brad, that's not helping, but it got him to shut up.
Brad, that's not helping.
Because he was mad at him because like he was not playing the game right. It's like you want to wake up my mom and you want an ambulance right now.
Yeah.
And that doesn't fly in our circle of when we take mushrooms. There's no fucking ambulances. There's no way out. Once you get on this boat, you're on this fucking boat.
You ride it to the end.
That's basically what he was doing. It's like, you're sticking with it.
Yeah.
You're not getting off. There's no ambulance. There's no help for you. Like, this is the worst thing.
Yeah, this is terrifying.
Somebody's like,
he's already having a hard time.
You're not getting off. You are trapped. You're gonna be like this forever, dude. That's the worst thing you can say to somebody. Oh, this is what this is like forever now. Because people think that's what causes a bad trip. That thought, I want off, and I don't think it's going to end ever.
Yeah.
And that's when you go, that's when you break. When you suddenly like, oh, I don't want to be like this right now. That's the bad times. You gotta learn to ride the dragon.
Ride the dragon. Right on.
Man. Ride the Sasquatch.
Man. Yeah.
Like
keep
Jack
toting
Black.
on. You're gonna fucking head straight down that hill, and you're gonna slam into that wall like a man.
You're gonna slam into that wall. You're like a man. Your brains are gonna splatter, but you're gonna be a man.
You're gonna be a man now.
When you smash into that wall, break into 10 million pieces like a fucking piece of glass, you're gonna pick yourself up, put yourself back together, soldier.
Yeah.
Pick up that puke. Put that puke in your pocket, not in my pit. If your buddy stops rolling, you roll over him. Do you even know where you are right now, soldier? House Browns?
Right on.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a lot of coffee. Holy shit.
Yeah. Carter was referencing a real video of an actual drill sergeant and a guy who was exhausted. He yelled hash browns.
He was so exhausted. They were like, are you okay? And he's hash browns? Like he's gone. Like he's not even there anymore. By physical exertion, they got him to a place of tripping where he didn't know who he was or where he was or what was going on.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I would love to do that.
Yeah. For sure, man. So how did that kid turn out? Did he make it through the other side or what? After Brad yelled at him?
Well, yeah, it started to calm down, but it was like late at night, and all the lights were off, and him and his girlfriend were sleeping in my living room, and I walked out, and I'm like, Nick, are you okay? Because I wanted to check up on him and make sure he's fine.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, man, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. And I'm like, that's because you're on mushrooms, man. You can't sleep on mushrooms. That's a literal symptom of the drug. So you're good. Everything's fine. I don't expect you to
don't worry about it. Put on some SpongeBob, man. Calm the fuck down.
Dude, the first time I did mushrooms, I put on Family Guy, having that same like I'm trying to go to sleep but I can't sleep, and I'm like rubbing my ear on the pillow,
Yeah.
and I'm hearing invisible bugs jumping into my ear, and I'm like, dude, there's insects jumping into my head right now. I better put on Family Guy to fucking not think about that. I put Family Guy on, and all the jokes didn't make sense. I'm like, this is the most absurd television show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's just like the punchlines are like, bah, 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 and you're like,
Yeah.
that's not even funny. Like, what is that? I don't understand the words. Like, what are they saying right now?
Oh yeah.
There's no context for like, because you're in another dimension.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so funny. I love drugs. Good times.
I wish there was a way to see how long we've been going here.
I think we've been going for about 40 minutes.
Well, that's
Maybe.
good.
That's good. Why you getting tired?
No,
You
I
guys
just wanted to
started.
know how long, so we don't go for like 7 hours like Joe Rogan and be like, huh? What's that?
Man, we're
Been
going
here
for
for like,
record rap drugs pod. This is gonna be a 12-hour one. We're going tomorrow morning. We're still gonna be up.
you got the right
24-hour
guy.
pod.
I can ramble, all right? I can ramble for days. I have so much. If you just say the right set of words, my brain will go, oh, yeah, there's a file cabinet in the back there
There's
that I totally
there's a
forgot
file.
about.
There's a file cabinet.
It's like, it's
What if
kind of like the one in, what's that fucking movie? Bruce Almighty, when he pulls the filing cabinet. It
Oh
just
yeah,
goes
God.
forever of all the shit that he's done in his life.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that was good. It's a good scene. You what about ayahuasca? You got any experience with that? No.
I don't
Amateur.
fuck with shit that makes you puke.
No.
Puke. I don't like
It's the
puke.
puking, eh?
When you're on psychedelics, puking is a very uncomfortable event.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I've never puked on psychedelics, but I know that I don't want to. Because
Yeah,
when I'm sober and I puke, I feel like I'm in a bad trip.
for
I'm
sure.
like, oh no, we're fucking puking. It's happening. Like, you know, it's just a gut wrenching, not fun thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you know that that's why the I think it was I don't know if it was the Americans or the Nazis, but they were both experimenting with mescaline. But the conclusion was is that mescaline was not a good for interrogations because it made you vomit and then they didn't trust you anymore. It's like, oh, we had to do that to figure that out.
Yeah, there's that scene in fucking Fear and Loathing when he's just like, we should get some red salmon, man. I'm feeling a fucking powerful lust for red salmon. And then from
Yeah.
that line, it just cuts to him, and he's puking salmon
Yeah.
into the toilet. And he's just like spraying fucking aerosol, like fucking air freshener into the toilet. And then his buddy comes in and he's smoking a pipe. Come on, man, we gotta go to the conference. And he's like, goddamn mescaline, man. Why the fuck can't they make that shit less pure? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Because it comes from peyote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any of those, like, really powerful psychedelics, they just, your stomach's like, nah.
Yeah. Too
And they don't
much.
work
Too
until
much
you,
knowledge.
like, after you puke, that's when ayahuasca really kicks in.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
I've read a lot of stuff about all the different psychedelics, and there's a lot of psychedelics I won't take because they're just too taxing on the mind and too intense.
Which ones?
DMT, for instance.
You wouldn't take DMT?
I don't trust the Clockwork Elves, man. I
We're
don't know
gonna
what they are. I don't.
we're
The
gonna take it
government
live
knows.
at
The
10,000.
government talks to them. They've been trying to map the fucking spirit realm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've literally got like injection machines for fucking soldiers to go in and be like, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna fucking, like, you know, in Doom, when
Yeah.
when the soldiers go to hell and they
Yeah.
put those like spikes down that like map out the hell dimension. It's like that's happening in the
With the
CIA
DMT?
with the DMT. And I don't
You
know
think
what's in
so?
there.
What
Imagine
makes you think
everybody.
that?
Well, imagine everybody dreams and they all go to the same dimension. And it's
Yeah.
actually a real place that we can all travel, but we all just end up in different locations within it. And it's not like
Okay.
separate. That's what like they think DMT is like. It's like this another plane beyond what we see that they're trying to map out and go in. And that fact lets me know that there's things in there that aren't hallucinations. They're literally
Yeah.
a being of its own accord. It's like an interdimensional mosquito, and it's gonna come up and start telling you random fucking shit that means everything to you. And I don't know. I think they're fallen
Yeah.
angels. I don't trust it. I don't want to.
I mean, well,
I can't trust that.
I know. Yeah.
When a
I
fucking
know.
cosmic jester comes up and is like, "Look at this thing," and you're like, "That's so amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm about to die." I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't like.
That's the funniest part about it is everybody thinks that they connect with those beings so much they think they're real.
Yeah,
Like that's what everyone who
they
does it. Yeah.
they have it
They're
on
like, yeah,
paper.
those are real.
They're like, this guy was in this room. This guy was in that room.
Yeah.
They don't know each other.
Do-
They never talked to each other. They both were on DMT, and they both saw the same fucking dude, and they both called him fucking Mescalito.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy.
So if you think there's a place where we all go when we dream, do you think they're trying to map it out just so they could advertise it to us in our dreams? Just like fucking Futurama? Is that the only reason to do it?
No, it's just they're trying to get in contact with something that's of a higher power than
Oh yeah, they want
us.
more knowledge.
If they can manipulate the dimension beyond our dimension, they might be able to utilize that in some way in their favor in the fucking three-dimensional reality. It's like if they know something we don't, then they can have all the power over us,
Okay,
which is a
let's
lot
just
of our situation.
go deep, Carter. What's going on? Is Trump in on this? Is
Yeah,
he a
Trump's
part of this?
fucking smoking bufotoxins.
Is
He's
he?
licking toads, dude.
Is he?
I don't know what the fuck. Trump's on Sudafed, man.
Yeah, I
There's a
know.
video, the
That's the
picture, they opened
funniest.
the
Yeah.
drawer, there's just a fucking ton of Sudafed. Dude,
Yeah.
I had sinusitis one day. I remember, like, I'm gonna get Sudafed. I've never tried Sudafed. Let's go. And I fucking put
Yeah.
one of those in for 4 hours. I'm like, I don't have a fucking cold. Everything
Yeah.
is awesome. Felt like I was on coke for 4 hours. I understand why he's on it. Could you imagine doing the
That's
job where the
crazy.
entire world expects you to do a bunch
Well,
of
I
shit?
always thought he was on. Yeah, I always thought he was on cocaine. Sudafed makes sense now.
See,
I was
yeah,
like,
no,
what is with this guy?
cocaine doesn't work because if you have to get on TV and talk for longer than 10 minutes, cocaine is going to fuck you because as soon as
Yeah.
the coke runs down and you're like, oh, I need more cocaine, you're going to not be able to talk. You don't want to talk to anybody. It's only when
Yeah.
you're high on that, ooh, and then you're like, and then all of a sudden it just goes, I hate this drug. I want to go do more. And you can't talk.
Yeah.
Been at a party where the fucking girl was like, she's like, I don't give a fuck. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
And she just goes to the bathroom and then comes back and it's like, so where were we? And I'm like, nah, like you're not even there. You don't even want to talk to me. You just want to clap your mouth off because you're high on cocaine. It's
Oh yeah,
literally the
man.
scene from Ted with the teddy bear when they're both on coke and they're like, we just opened a restaurant. Yeah, but no Mexicans. Why? I didn't say that. Did you say that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, then don't say it. Why are we saying that? Like the
Oh
first
yeah.
time I tried that shit, me and my friend were sitting there. He's talking about some girl that I don't even know, and I'm talking about how awesome Halo is, and we're just going la 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 la, la, and we're having like a non-connected conversation. I'm letting him talk, and I'm just talking. I'm like, we're not even talking about the same thing, and he's like, I know, and I'm like, who gives a shit? Let's just keep talking because it's
Yeah.
fun to talk when you're on speed.
Yeah, man. That shit's crazy. Those people trip me out. I can't handle it.
Yeah, no, I get anxiety when I
Yeah.
hear about that shit.
Yeah. Shit is intense.
I'll just say LSD saved me from that fucking nightmare of a substance. Like
Yeah.
shit was getting bad and I went, we need to change perspective really quick. Let's just
We need to change. Change. Yeah, man.
You step
That's
back,
really cool,
your
man.
ego is gone and you can look at, oh, we're doing something that's pointless, that's super expensive, and it's ruining your life. And
Yeah.
you could use that money to buy acid instead and get way
Yeah.
more acid that would last you so much longer than this drug.
Yeah.
Because this drug will be gone in like literally 25 minutes for $300
Yeah.
of an amount. You're like, let's
Yeah.
do it all. But yeah,
Exactly. It's just
psychedelics
math.
can heal addictions because your brain is like a record with all the different grooves, and all the grooves are your addictions, and the needle is trapped in the groove of the addiction, which is the reward path in your brain, and it's playing that same song on a loop like a skipping record, and you're just going, more, I just need more, I just need more,
Yeah.
I just need more. And when you take psychedelics, it's like somebody just poured fucking candle wax over the whole record, and then the needle's like, where are we now? What song are we playing? Let's just go to any tune. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
There's so many ways to look at everything, and you've just been looking at it through one little crack in the wall.
Yeah, it's super interesting. They've barely even touched the surface of what that can do too. Like
That's
I was
because it's been
recently,
illegal.
yeah, I know. Since it like came out, basically, hey, I was reading recently about this. Like we did the last podcast that came out was about this odd guy with autism who was taking it
I know which one
to
you're talking
try
about.
and his increase. Have you heard about this guy?
I
He wrote a
think,
book
was
about
he
it.
on
Maybe
Psych
you've heard about other
Substance?
people doing it.
Was it on Psych Substance, the channel?
Maybe that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I just read an article about him, an interview with him, and I read a bit about his book. But yeah, basically just because there's a bunch of things that cause the disease, or not the disease, but the condition. And one of the things is that your brain isn't making as many connections, and that's exactly what LSD does. Is it increases your ability to make connections.
Yeah. People like when they're getting old, there's like a very, I remember reading about this old man who couldn't hear very well, and he heard that when you take psilocybin, it increases your, like, all those neurological connections that have weakened over the time become supercharged again, like those connections to your ears, to your brain, just reinvigorate, and you can hear again. And he's sitting on his porch and he's like, I'm hearing like this, and he's like, I didn't understand. And I turned to my left and I saw a fucking line of ants running across the banister in a line, and I'm like hearing ants walking, and I couldn't hear what people were fucking saying to me 2 feet from me. And then I
Yeah.
took this substance, and next thing I know, I can hear ants crawling across the banister.
Yeah.
Like, what the
That's
fuck?
crazy.
People
Yeah.
that are, it's on record that when you take psilocybin, your visual acuity has increased. Natives used to take this stuff so that they could find herbs for medicine. Like if
Yeah.
there was somebody in their tribe that was sick and they knew of a plant that could save them, and it was a bright red flower, they'd take a bunch of mushrooms, go out into the wilderness, and like, because like what I said about the ferret, how the ferret will just come to you, the same
Yeah.
thing. They understood that that would happen. That you go into the wilderness on this substance and you're looking for a specific plant, the events that will unfold will lead you to that plant. And you'll be able to see it from miles away, like
Nice.
a bright glowing flower on this hillside, and you're like, there it is, and you'll
Yeah.
find the herb you need. It's crazy shit. And your reaction time is increased. Like they did a study where they have a stick with the red lines on it, and they're told to stop and grab the stick. It'll drop randomly, and try to grab it right on the red line. And people that were sober versus people that were actually on mushrooms, and the people on mushrooms grabbed it 70% more effectively on the red line. Like you can react to things like super quickly on
Oh yeah.
mushrooms.
Oh, I know that from doing LSD. Remember playing fucking that, what's that game called? Cuphead
Cuphead.
mug.
Dude, we made
Yeah.
it to the
And
dragon on our first playthrough. And I'm
we
like, I looked at you, I'm like,
yeah.
oh, we ain't supposed to be this far into this game, bro.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
hard fucking game. We were just in, like, we knew every jump. We knew
Yeah.
exactly when to, oh,
I
there's an incoming projectile. Whatever. And you just threw it. It was fucking
you
good.
could just feel yourself being more attentive and
Yeah, you can think
containing more
ahead of
information.
yourself. You know
Yeah.
what's about to happen before it even
Oh yeah.
happens. That's
It
why
was
I
awesome.
always use the term, it's like you're thinking around corners and shit, bro.
Yeah. It's like you're thinking around. Yeah. When you're not giggling.
That's the problem, though. Like there's
Yeah.
so many aspects to the substance that, like, if you could just hone
Yeah.
in on this one thing, you could make a person into a super soldier. But the
Yeah,
problem
for
is
sure.
the trees are talking to him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know
He
what I
gets a little
mean? He
distracted on
gets a
the
little
way.
distracted. He doesn't know what a map is anymore when you tell him to find the home base. He's like, Dude, he could be looking at the map and then looking at home base 20 feet away, and he's like, "Where are we right now? I don't
Yeah.
no understanding." But my accuracy is like
Yeah,
bang on.
do you think they do good if we just like airdropped them in the middle of like enemy territory? You know, they would take out at least a lot of people. No.
This is probably why they never used it as a weapon. They were trying to
Yeah.
figure out a way to like poison the enemy's water supply with LSD and see if that would like make them unable to fight. But then
Oh
they
yeah.
noticed random like variables where suddenly people's reaction time and ability to fight and overcome pain and situations on psychedelic drugs is like heightened. So you can actually make somebody more effective as a soldier in certain circumstances and certain situations. It's like a wild card. You don't know what you're going to get when you give somebody this substance. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like you told me a blank canvas. You can just paint whatever the hell you
you
want.
paint the picture. And that's why when someone's
Yeah.
having a bad time, it's just all the darkness that they've been hiding away, it comes out in their painting and they just paint it
Yeah.
horrible image. And they think they're a
Yeah.
horrible person. They think of everything they did to everyone else that they know and how bad it was and how like every interaction, that time they told that weird guy at the bus stop to go fuck off. And they go, why did I tell him to fuck off? He
That
is
was so
me.
mean.
That's me in another reality living out. And I just told myself to fuck off, man. I'm a fucking idiot, bro. What is wrong with me? And then they just eat themselves like alive. They've never known that they're all one. Everything is the same thing.
Yeah, that's why assholes shouldn't touch it.
That's
They realize
exactly
they're
why you need to
assholes.
judge their character before
Yeah,
you fucking give them the drug.
yeah.
They
And
have
then
to be
they
open to
wake
ideas.
up even fixed. They're like, "What the fuck? Why the hell did that make me think all these things?"
Yeah,
It's like, no,
blame
man,
the
that's your
drug.
head.
Yeah, blame the drug
Yeah,
for yeah. I
yeah.
took that shit. I had a bad time. It's like that's your fault, man. You're a fucking idiot. If you had a bad time on acid, that
Yeah.
means you got demons in your brain and you didn't know they were hidden away in a fucking cabinet. You have some shit to
Yeah.
deal with.
Or you looked in the mirror.
You just
Yeah.
looked in the mirror.
Happens. But yeah, fuck. You got any other cool drugs that maybe other people haven't heard of that much of?
Hmm.
Uh,
A lot of
I
drugs.
don't know if
There's
people know too
bromo
much about
dragonfly.
bufotoxin.
It's
Bromo
remind me.
Dre.
Bromo
That's
dragonfly.
it's when you lick a frog, right?
No, that's
Sorry.
bufotoxins is the frog,
Yeah.
but bromo dragonfly is a substance that's like LSD that lasts for like 3 days, and it's like 40 times stronger than acid.
Okay.
And this is the kind of shit that will make somebody break. Like you'll be fucking seeing
Yeah.
nuclear explosions in the center of your town while you're on a hill. You'll see the sun go up and come down and go up and come down like you're in some cartoon slideshow. And it all
Yeah.
happened in the course of 3 days, but it felt like 30 seconds have gone by since you've been laying there. But at the same time, you think you've been there forever. Time itself just breaks. You don't even know what reality is anymore. You don't know who and what. You're out of it. You're gonzo. And there's all those like those super crazy. They're called deliriants, like datura,
Okay. Oh yeah.
root,
I know
and then
Datura.
there's gypsum weed.
Are those not the same thing?
No, they're toxic as fuck, but they
Okay.
affect it. We call them deliriants because they make you legitimately delirious. You're out of touch with reality so much. You can have conversations with people like I am you right now, and it all be a complete fucking hallucination. Whereas
Yeah.
you have to take a lot of acid to see this kind of level of hallucination.
Yeah. I've never seen any hallucinations on that.
Like gypsum weed is so dangerous because all you need to trip for 3 fucking days straight
Yeah.
is one seed, and you take the skin off of one seed and chew it. And for 3 days, you're gonna be running through the woods, being chased by an invisible fucking enemy. There's going to be rock people coming out from behind the trees having a rave in the woods. And you're going to sit down and see all your friends from high school that never did drugs. And they're all going to sit around and talk about you, how much of a fuck up you are. And they're all going to be they're going to be smoking a joint at the same time. And you're going, guys, you're calling me a fuck up for drug use. And here you are smoking a joint. And they're like, just smoke it and shut up. And as they pass it to you and it falls on the ground, you go to pick it up and you look up and everybody's gone. And the campfire's gone. And you're sitting on nothing. And you're like, holy fuck, man, where am I right now? Who was I just talking to?
Yeah.
Being chased by a fucking invisible badger thing through the woods for 3 days. And you wake up and your feet are worn to the bone because you've literally lost your shoes 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a heavy drug.
Yeah.
Fucking wouldn't want to be taken. That is one on my short list that will never be touched. More than likely.
The closest I've got to like heavy psychedelic use is salvia.
You done that? I haven't tried it yet.
Many of times.
Many a times.
That can go really sour for a lot of people. Like a lot of people have a rough time with salvia because
that's the thing. It sounds a little scary. It can go bad easily. It sounds like.
One, you can get up and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So you can't do it in an apartment 30 fucking stories up. That's the key. Because you can get up and run
asking
around.
For trouble.
You're asking for shit in one of those environments.
Yeah.
And it usually makes people think you're an inanimate object for some reason. But you're a conscious, like it just turns you into a rock in an alien dimension made out of like television static. And you're like, why am I a rock? I'm a rock. I'm a rock. Help me. I'm a rock. I don't want to be a rock. And you're just existentially screaming as a stone on the side of the road going, help, help, help. And you can't get out and you feel trapped. It only lasts 15 minutes, but it can go on for 6 years in your head. And it can totally fuck somebody up. Like psychologically have to deal with like it's like a nightmare on crack. It's like it's a nightmare you can't get out of, but you were only for 5 minutes. It's crazy. I smoked the first time I smoked this shit. I used a blowtorch because you have to get to like 180 something, 1,000 degrees. You need it to burn properly. And as it's exhaling, the whole room just goes fucking gray. And then television, it's like I was in the static of a television set. I pulled the blankets up to my face, and then my arms like disintegrated in that grabbing motion. And the blanket turned into a skateboard ramp. Like, you know, when you're in CSGO and you're fucking surfing, the people that do like those surfing videos, how they're just grinding the side of that, like, it was like that. But skateboarders were going up and down the side of the ramp. And my friend's face, you know, when you win in solitaire on like, and all the cards go all over the screen, and it's like tripping.
Yeah.
Well, my friend's face was like going like that in the background, and he's like, "Are you okay, dude?
Yeah.
Are you good?" And his lips weren't moving, but giant robotic hands were coming down and pulling CD cases out of the skateboard ramp. And the CD cases had album covers, and the album covers were pictures of like a cottage in the middle of the woods. But the picture meant the words that he was saying. It was so fucked. I just remember coming back and going, I have arms. Holy fuck. Because it was like I was just turned into a fisheye lens. Like if you could make a fisheye lens see 130 degrees, 360 degrees all around your head. It was like you're just a camera floating in another dimension looking at it. You feel like you're not a human anymore. Like you don't have a body. You're just a consciousness there. It's a fucking yeah. And then one day, that same friend that I told you about that took the mushrooms and had a rough time, he slipped salvia into a bowl and gave it to me while I was on my way to work. I'm like, yo, I gotta go to work. He's like, I'll pack
what
your bowl.
What a dick.
He put salvia under the weed, though. And I smoked this bowl, fucking about to go to work. And I'm in my fucking work clothes. And I'm just sitting there going, and the whole time I'm like, I fucking hate you. I hate you so much because I know you just did this to me. And laughing right now is not funny. I'm not laughing because anything is funny. I'm laughing for no reason, and it's scaring me. It was a nightmare.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
used to put it in popper shafts so we wouldn't go into Sally space. We'd still kind of be in reality, but it felt like someone just sucked all the air out of the room. It's like you close your eyes, you feel like in a world made out of elephant skin. It's just crazy shit. And then one
Yeah,
time, me,
yeah.
his girlfriend, and this same kid were all like, "Let's do salvia." I smoke my hit. I go outside. I gotta take a piss. I'm taking a piss on the side of the house, and his girlfriend just runs past me into the woods. And I'm like, oh no, she must be fucked because she
Oh
just
no.
ran into the woods. And I'm like, I feel really fucking like somebody just gave me anesthetic because I'm on that salvia shit. So I turn
Yeah.
so I don't have to show her my cock because I'm pissing, and my foot breaks through this chair and I fall on my ass. I'm laying on my back and my dick is out, and my buddy comes out. I'm laying on my back on the ground, and I felt the curvature of the earth around my back. Like I was like, bro, I'm on top of the whole world. And my friend comes out, my dick is out, and he's like, "Where's
Yeah.
Nicole? Pull up your pants!"
Like,
And I'm like, "Bro, she went into the woods, man." So he just runs into the woods after her, and I'm just laying there. And then they come out of the woods, and her hand is bleeding,
Oh my God, no.
and he's holding a piece of rusty metal, and
Oh
he's like,
my God.
"Nicole, where the fuck did you get this thing? Why are you bleeding? Why did you cut yourself? Why is it the first thing you do is run into the woods and cut yourself with a piece of metal?" And she's like, "I don't know. I don't know what's happening." And I'm like, "This is the last time we're doing fucking drugs at this house like this. It's
Yeah.
just weed from now on. Everyone
Yeah.
else can get the fuck out. Unless you've had mushrooms and you understand psychedelics, I'm not giving you shit." The first time I was nervous when I gave you the acid. I was like,
Yeah,
"Uh-oh,
me. Yeah.
this could happen again." This
Yeah.
if you got but you said you've done mushrooms. So I'm like, "All
Yeah.
right, so he understands the situation."
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I had a couple decent embarrassing experiences already, so I knew how to keep my cool. I felt like I was a little bit older too. I think that's a lot more important. I feel like
Hmm.
you shouldn't be fucking under 21 taking fucking psychedelics maybe.
But at the
You
same
know?
time, you shouldn't be too old taking psychedelics because
Yeah.
if you've
Yeah.
had a lot of negative experience and you've built up a lot of
Oh
psychological
yeah. Could
issues,
get way worse, yeah.
it could go worse. Like the fact that you're so young and naive to everything almost benefits you because you don't have anything to fuel the fire with because everything is cool because I'm the 20-year-old young kid and I'm the hot shit of the world. I know what's up. I know everything's cool.
Yeah.
Let's just do this shit. It's going to be fun. And with that mentality, you can have a great time. But if you
Yeah.
know how dark the world can truly be, psychedelics can totally fucking just rail you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm lucky it didn't go that way for me.
No,
Fucking
you sat there for 40 minutes and looked at a painting like, I'm really seeing the layers in this.
I
What's
really
coming
see.
at me here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're like in an art gallery right now. Like some art connoisseur just like, totally see what he's going for with this composition. The brushstrokes are very well thought out.
Oh yeah. That was me. I remember this, and then your room slowly, that back room became part of the picture. I was like, what? And then I set up a chair for me to sit in. Got a chair, and I was like, now the chair is part of the picture as well.
The chair
It
I'm
was,
in the
I was
picture.
kidding.
And next thing you know, you're art. You're like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. God is the
Yeah.
artist, bro, and he painted me, man. I'm the fucking piece of fucking art
Yeah.
right now. But I can move. That's the craziest thing. I'm a moving piece of art. It's like some fucking avant-garde art where
Oh
like the
man.
guy puts a monkey in a cage. He's like, that's what we call art. And it's like, what is that?
Yeah.
That's a monkey in a cage. It's like, it's living art. Watch it starve. That's art.
It's
Like, that's the art of it. It's starving, and it's gonna die, and it's only momentary. That's why it's so cool. That's why it's art, because it's starving and it's going to
Oh,
die, and
man.
everything is ethereal and ephemeral, and it will eventually perish, just like you will.
Just like, oh man, that's fucking hilarious and depressing.
That's
I
what
love it.
postmodern art reminds me of. Somebody who's lost touch with reality so much that they think that the starving monkey in a cage is considered taste.
Taste. Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, I think we've been running for over an hour. It's been
Oh, yeah?
fun. I know we could do this longer, but
Oh, I could.
I'm gonna say our goodbyes. Gonna s- gonna
We're going to
make
transition
sure everybody's
out.
smashing that subscribe button. That's what you gotta say. Transition to
Hit
a
that
leave.
like button. Smash.
Everyone, smash it. Smash it.
Smash the
Smash
fucking
it.
subscribe button.
Smash it. That's what everyone smash it. No one presses anything more. Fuck that shit. You fucking just punch your screen. Don't even, I don't care if you actually subscribe. I just want you to bash it.
Break your keyboard with your hands right now. Just fucking smash the like button.
Yeah. Get that. We need those fucking likes. I need my money. I'm gonna sell out. Selling out. Anyways, thanks for watching. It was a great time. Love the
It
show.
was fun to be on.
Thanks for coming. Oh yeah, man. It was good. We'll have you back for sure. Get you talking more about Charles Manson next time, maybe. We plan on doing a pod for that. Looking forward to the future. Hope everyone liked Carter. If you didn't, go fuck yourself.
That's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
No
Thanks for
shit off
watching.
my back. All right, man. It was fun.
Peace.
Peace.